it's amazing to watch him be exactly who he is, be the lyric king. And people who never even listen to lyrics are like reciting his freestyles, his battles, his songs.
Chains and Whips is the name of the diss track that Clips debuted at the Louis Vuitton fashion show. And TikTok is telling us that Kendrick Lamar is supposed to be on this song. Remember, back in August, Pusha T said they were missing just one feature. And then in December, Pusha T said the album was officially done.
Drake now suing Universal Music Group, where Kendrick is also his label mate, over Lamar's #1 song. In the lawsuit, Drake alleging that UMG knowingly approved, published, and launched a campaign to create a viral hit out of a rap track, which was intended to convey the specific, unmistakable, and false factual allegation that Drake is a criminal.
Here is a new blind item that is allegedly about Drake's latest move with young girls. The former wheelchair actor is at it again. This time, at least, the person he followed on social media is barely legal.
And he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
Oh gosh, Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T are reportedly joining forces, and honey, they're coming for Drake with absolutely everything they've got. Word on the street is they're about to double down on those shocking PDF allegations and expose some of Drake's darkest secrets that'll have everyone's jaws on the floor. But wait, it gets even juicier. Drake, clearly feeling the heat, just filed this absolutely wild defamation lawsuit against his own label, UMG, over Kendrick's devastating diss track, Not Like Us. Can you believe the audacity? Drake's claiming UMG promoted the track, knowing full well the allegations were false, but here's the real gag. He's actually trying to play the Jewish heritage card, saying Kendrick targeted him because of his background. And if you thought that was dramatic enough, hold on to your seats, because Drake is now desperately trying to block Kendrick from performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl halftime show. But honey, people are saying Drake just shot himself in the foot with this lawsuit, because if this case goes to discovery, let's just say it could shine a very uncomfortable spotlight on Drake's personal life, especially his extremely questionable behavior around young women. It's like everything Drake touches in this beef with Kendrick just explodes in his face, and now the tea is piping hot because rumor has it Kendrick and Pusha T are cooking up something explosive with Pharrell's help. Sources say they're planning to not just double down on those same allegations from Kendrick's diss track, but they're going even deeper into Drake's past. The million-dollar questions on everyone's minds. What's Drake's real game plan with this defamation lawsuit? Why is he suing UMG instead of going directly after Kendrick? And are Kendrick and Pusha really about to end Drake's whole career? Let's spill all this scorching hot tea.
Let's break it down.
His songs, it's great to watch. And it's great for what it is that we do in lyric-driven hip-hop. It's great to see.
Listen, darlings, Drake is absolutely spiraling right now. He's desperately trying to control the narrative before Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, but whoever's giving him advice needs to be fired immediately, because every single move is backfiring spectacularly. After Kendrick absolutely demolished him in their feud, Drake should have just taken the L, gone into hiding for a bit, and come back stronger with an amazing album. Maybe something like Take Care 2.0. But no, he just had to keep poking the bear, and now even his own fans are saying he's going out sad. So, if you've been living under a rock, let me catch you up on this piping hot mess. Drake just filed this federal lawsuit accusing Universal Music Group of defamation over promoting Kendrick's devastating diss track, Not Like Us. The lawsuit basically rehashes all these claims Drake made back in November when he accused UMG of this whole elaborate scheme to artificially boost Not Like Us on Spotify. Drake's out here claiming they used all sorts of shady tactics like pay-to-play schemes, bots, and other sneaky methods to inflate the song's popularity. But hold on to your wigs, because that's not even the craziest part. Drake makes these absolutely wild claims in his defamation lawsuit about Not Like Us supposedly being anti-Semitic. The lawsuit states, and I quote, furthering the recording's refrain that Drake is not like us, the Drake alludes to Drake's Jewish heritage, saying that Drake is not a colleague but an effing colonizer. Chile. If you're rolling your eyes so hard they might get stuck, you're not alone. Everyone on social media is calling this out as Drake's pathetic attempt to play victim because he knows damn well that colonizer lyric has nothing to do with him being half Jewish. In fact, and this is the real tea, people are pointing out that Drake immediately connecting Jewish people to the word colonizer is more anti-Semitic than anything he's accusing Kendrick of. One user on X absolutely dragged him, saying Drake weaponizing his Jewish heritage against Kendrick while citing deranged FBA accounts as proof that Kendrick H's Jewish people is some nasty work F that man forever. Another person spilled the truth tea, writing, Drake is the only one who connected colonialism to Judaism by describing the line, "your colonizer," which was in reference to how he treats black culture, not Jewish culture, as alluding to his Jewish heritage. Drake alone made that connection. But wait, because this lawsuit gets even more unhinged. Drake actually had the audacity to compare the shooting incident at his Toronto mansion back in May 2024 to the Pizzagate scandal. The lawsuit dramatically states, it was just 3 days after UMG originally published the recording and image that Drake was targeted at his Toronto house by armed intruders in the 2024 equivalent of Pizzagate.
While police wouldn't confirm it at the time, a new legal filing says Drake was inside his multi-million-dollar Toronto home early on the morning of May 7th of last year when shots were fired from a passing car. According to that lawsuit, the car stopped in front of the residence. Someone yelled F Drake, and at least one gunman began to open fire. One bullet went through the security gate and hit Drake's front door. Another bullet struck and wounded a security guard, who was also one of Drake's friends. While the car drove away, Drake and others in the house summoned help for the security guard and did everything possible to keep him alive. The rapper's lawsuit alleges that it took nearly 30 minutes for an ambulance to arrive. The suit also says the following day, an intruder showed up at the home and used his hands to dig a hole under a security fence, gaining access to the property and yelling racist slurs and threats.
But the tea just keeps getting hotter. Drake's lawsuit goes on to whine about how people have been dragging him online, and he even included this flyer that was being posted all around Toronto showing him with this Canadian YouTuber who got locked up for SA. The lawsuit desperately tries to paint Drake as the victim, crying about how an avalanche of online hate speech has branded Drake as an ex-offender and pedophile among other epithets. It goes on about how public commentary has repeated the false claims that Drake is a AER on a level of Weinstein, Diddy, and Epstein, and how social media users called for the FBI to come at this point and for Drake to be locked up and behind bars. But here's where it gets really interesting, dolls. The most bizarre part of this whole lawsuit is that Drake isn't even coming for Kendrick. Instead, he's only targeting UMG for profiting from what he claims are false allegations. The lawsuit literally states, "The lawsuit is not about the artist who created Not Like Us. It is instead entirely about UMG, the music company that decided to publish, promote, exploit, and monetize allegations that it understood were not only false, but dangerous." The lawsuit then goes on this desperate defensive spree, insisting that UMG knows for a fact that Drake is not a PDF-while and has never engaged in any acts that would require he be placed on neighborhood watch. It emphasizes that Drake has never engaged in relations with a minor, and Drake has never been charged with or convicted of any criminal acts whatsoever. And chilly, let me tell you about the massive plot hole in this whole lawsuit. If Drake is claiming UMG is guilty of defamation for promoting a song with false allegations, then wouldn't UMG also be guilty of promoting Drake's own diss track Family Matters, where he accused Kendrick of putting his hands on his wife? Make it make sense. Drake has to prove UMG acted with malice, but they published and promoted both artists' songs. And speaking of not making sense, Drake clearly didn't think things through before accusing Kendrick of DV, because on that same song he gives a shout out to none other than Chris Brown. Yes, the same Chris Brown with a known conviction for assault. The line, "You know who even bang a said out there," is CB references Chris Brown's alleged blood gang ties. But why would Drake shout out Chris Brown on a song where he's supposedly calling out Kendrick for DV? And let's not forget the ultimate hypocrisy. Drake got with Rihanna after the Chris Brown incident, publicly professed his love for her, just to turn around and shout out the man who harmed her. The mess just keeps piling up. Remember on The Heart Part 8 when Drake tried to call Kendrick a hypocrite for calling him out on his affiliations with offenders? Drake said, "Still bumping R. Kelly, you can thank the Savior said if they delete his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite." But honey, Drake didn't do his homework, because it was actually Anthony Tiffith, the CEO of Top Dog Entertainment, who threatened to remove TDE music from Spotify over R. Kelly censorship. not Kendrick. And the gag is, Drake conveniently forgot to mention that he's the one actually paying R. Kelly royalties after sampling him on TSU from his 2021 album Certified Lover Boy. It's like every single one of Drake's moves is making less and less sense, and Chile, he is lost. This defamation lawsuit against UMG is already blowing up in his face before it even makes it to trial, if it ever does. Instead of clearing his name, this lawsuit has everyone digging even deeper into Drake's past, and the contradictions are stacking up faster than pancakes at IHOP. Drake's out here trying to have it both ways, accusing UMG of defamation for promoting Kendrick's diss track while simultaneously trying to downplay the song's impact by claiming it was artificially inflated with bots. Like, which one is it, sweetie? Was the track insignificant, or was it damaging enough to sue over? And filing this lawsuit might just be the worst decision Drake has ever made, because now all those old receipts about him getting close to young women are back in the spotlight. And honey, these aren't just baseless rumors or conspiracies. We're talking about documented instances, from those suspicious text exchanges with Millie Bobby Brown to that disturbing footage of him a 17-year-old on stage and making comments about her body after she told him her age.
So I know there's a lot of rap fans in here and shit like that. You know, my man right there, see what's up, man. My man right here, my man keeps saluting me over there. You know, I see y'all, man. My nigga up there, man. You know, all my rap fans in here, right? But I just want to know if you think maybe for like the women in Colorado, I should just take one opportunity to sing one song. You think so? As a Colorado woman, you'd enjoy that? Alright, well listen, 17. I had fun. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest and stuff. I just want to thank you. It's okay, I'm only 23, I can do shit like that, baby. I can kiss 17-year-olds, I'm still good.
Now let's talk about Millie, because this tea is scalding. Back in July 2018, she told W Magazine that Drake started texting her after they first met in Australia in November 2017, when she was just 13 years old. And the situation got even more uncomfortable a few months later when Millie told Access Hollywood that they were still talking all the time, and Drake would text her saying he misses her.
He's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah, he's great. He's wonderful, I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
But wait, there's more. The same year Drake was texting Millie, he was allegedly hooking up with another young woman, model Bella Harris, who was 18 at the time. And here's where it gets even creepier. It later came out that Drake first met Bella in 2016 during his Summer 16 tour with Future, meaning Bella was 16 and Drake was 29. By filing this defamation lawsuit, Drake basically invited the internet to collect all these receipts against him. Instead of shutting down the conversation, he's made it easier for everyone to connect connect all these disturbing dots. But hold on to your seats because things might be about to get even messier for Drake. According to Hip Hop DX, Kendrick and Pusha T are teaming up on this new track called Chains and Whips for the upcoming Clips album. While there's no official word on what the track's about, fans are convinced that Kendrick and Pusha are about to go all in on Drake and make his life even more difficult. So spill the tea. What do you think about all this drama? Did Drake completely fumble by filing this lawsuit, or do you think he actually has a case? And are Kendrick and Pusha about to make things even worse for him with this new track? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't miss out on this next video.